Hey, welcome back to the Golden Circle Homestead. I am Amanda. I am in the garden again today, and I've showed you a few times these lovely big orange cucumbers, which really caught me off guard the first time that we were gardening and we were planting cucumbers, and then we had this happen. It's just the result of having a lot of water soaking up and not picking them when they're in a green state. So it's just leaving them too long on the vine and them getting a lot more water. So it's like there's no real ridges. You can't really feel the divots of the pickle anymore. But I'm going to use these to collect seeds, and I'll kind of show you what that process looks like. But this is for a Boston pickling cucumber, and this is what it would look like normally if it was picked the right way. Even this is a little bit big, unless you want like a pretty decent size pickle. But this is a little bit smaller and probably the size you more so want to pick them at. And then when you leave them, they look like this. So, but this gives us an opportunity to at least get some seeds from our cucumbers. So. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this open and I'm going to scrape out all of the guts and the seeds with it. So I have all of my seeds in this little jar cup bowl of water, and as you can see, there are already some seeds floating and some that are sinking. The ones that are floating are probably not viable, so I'm going to leave them in there for a couple of days while they're fermenting. And so the process of leaving them in this bowl for a few days is a fermentation process to get rid of all of the gel from the cucumber membrane. So you will stir it every few days, and then after about 3 days you will pull them out and you will get all of the gel off so that they don't mold. Let them dry and then store them. But if you have seeds that are floating, get rid of those because they're probably not viable. So another way to get these out really easy, aside from scooping, is actually to just squeeze. And then ones that are already fully formed seeds, where here you can see it's kind of see-through, it's not a fully developed seed, whereas one like that would be, those ones come out a lot easier when you squeeze. So you kind of get less of the cucumber membrane to deal with when you do it this way, and they come out pretty easy. And then you can get in there and kind of use your spoon to scoop some of them out some more. So now that we have gotten all of the seeds, except for this one, I guess, you may be wondering, what do I do with all of this? And it is a fabulous question, especially if you are living a no-waste life. You can make salad dressings, you can add this to smoothies, not the rinds, but the actual pulp. So you can do that. You can also, there's cucumber mists for cleansers, so you can use it in a lot of different ways. And then of course, if you just don't have time, like me right now, you can compost, you can give them to your chickens. So you can still live a no waste life. So while we have our seeds fermenting here, we also have some pickles fermenting in here. And so these are about a week old. And you're going to notice that there's some mold on top, and that is perfectly normal when you're fermenting pickles. You'll notice that at the bottom there you can see some weights. They're holding the actual cucumbers down. So there are a bunch of different cloves of garlic and dill and things like that in there, but they're all protected from the mold because the weights are holding them below the liquid. Not only have we used our cucumbers in the fermented crock pickles, but we also have some dill spears, and we have some butter and bread slices that we made. What's really funny is that the garlic had a sort of chemical reaction with the vinegar and also with being like pressed, and it has turned a bit blue. So we got a really lovely storm for the last few days, so we've gotten a lot of rain, and we've got some basil that's popping up here and some little baby oregano coming up. And I haven't looked super closely, but I haven't spotted any dill or cilantro yet. I'm hoping that those will be coming up soon, but at least things are happening, I can see. So hopefully soon we will have a nice bountiful herb garden. And the basil has really taken off since it's been out of that pot. So that is looking really good. I'm actually probably gonna harvest some of that. You can also see how many tomatoes we have on the vine right now. There are so many Romas, which all of the ones over here are majorly Romas that are hanging down. Got a bunch of them hanging out in there. Have not actually harvested any yet. These are grape tomatoes. And then, actually no, these are sun gold. The sun gold cherry tomatoes, because there were a couple down here. Something's getting in here and eating them, but one did end up going bad, so I'm not quite sure where they're running off to. But this one over here I think is a grape tomato plant. So our sunflowers here, I've got 2 dipping, and only one, this one here in the middle, that is ready for me to cut down and hang. And I'm coming in here sooner than I'd like to get it, because in the past I've waited too long and birds have gone after them, and then you just don't have the harvest of the sunflowers. So I'll leave that one up for a little bit longer. But yeah. So here is our big watermelon, the biggest one we have. And I'm not entirely sure the best time to harvest, but from what I've read online, it looks like this is a decent time to do so based on what I was seeing. So we're gonna try it. Yeah, that way it gives energy to some of the other ones that we have hanging all around, and we'll see how this one tastes. Very excited for that. We've also got 2 really beautiful hibiscus blooms today, and lots of beautiful marigolds. Hi guys. What you doing? See all the babies. Hello. There's a bunch of guineas huddled over there in the corner. Are you guys eating all the ticks? Oh my goodness, look at all of you. Hi. What you doing? These are all of our meat birds and our guineas. They are all out. I'm so curious as to what Henrietta's chicks are a mix of. If that is the, if that's Julian's coloring coming through, or if that's an Americana or Aricana, or what. I'm not sure. But they're so pretty. One of the things we've been dealing with over the last week to 2 weeks is our generator, which is a special kind of generator that produces clean energy, which is something that like our solar panels need. But the way that this generator was made, I don't think was for our solar panels specifically, like for solar panels in a general sense. Yet it produces the energy that the solar panels need to be able to use. And so we were running our generator for about 2 hours at night, just because when we are during the day running the AC, it's using a lot of the like solar power to actually like run it for our dogs and stuff during the day to keep them cool. But then when we come home as the sun is setting, you know, we're also needing the AC, you know, the only time we're actually there. And so when we're running the AC, there isn't solar power that is like charging our batteries and reserved. So when you are running things during the day, you have the solar that is charging the batteries, so it's filling them all the way up, but then you can keep using it throughout the day because you keep having more sun. So when the sun goes down, you're using like your reserve battery. So that's what we have to do when we're at home, and sometimes we run out. So we will put the generator on for a couple hours just to keep us coasting through the night. And what was happening is that our generator stopped charging our batteries. So we could use the generator for a certain extent, but it wasn't charging them, which was ultimately very problematic. And so we have been dealing on and off with the last week having a lack of power. So we've been waking up to no power, lack of AC, just tons of stuff. So just purely running off of like the sun and what the sun's giving us, which if it's cloudy or if it's storming, which we've had a bit of lately, we're hitting both of those things. So we should be at a place now where we just got it fixed late last night and we think we're good. So we're kind of like leveling back out. But our solar has been a challenge over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So where y'all going? Where you guys going, huh? Are you guys gonna go hunt down some snakes for me? Yeah? I need y'all to keep coming back alive though, because I need you to eat chicks too. Yeah? Venture forth, my young ones. I finally got one of Henrietta's babies. She's not happy with me, but I have assured her it is okay. She may have pecked at my phone a few times out of anger, but we're all good. Mama just loves you. Yes. Both mamas. Your mama and me. Yes. I just wanted to say hi. I want you to be as loving as your mama is. Are you just hanging out? Are you just hanging out on the ladder? Yeah. Bye. Elijah's crying in the background, probably for the same reason why I'm crying internally. And Jonathan and Landon don't know yet. But I did cut open the watermelon and I was wrong. It's not ready. Me. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, if you're going on this homesteading journey and you're wondering how are we doing things, how have we done things, and you want to know more about our setup, our transition, our lifestyle, feel free to drop a comment below and I would be happy to chime in and see if I can offer any assistance and provide any thoughts and clarity. But yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep joining us on our adventures, hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!